We are live. Hi guys, it's Raven and Sam, and we're at the EGX 2016 Birmingham. So Sam, wrap it up, your summary for EGX 2016 Birmingham.
Amazing. No, I'm joking. It's been good, man. A real good experience. Demos everywhere, like games you wouldn't thought you'd be playing. You get to play. Blockbuster games are here. Indie games are here. You know, it's a free fall. It's amazing.
I don't even know where to start.
Exactly.
I guess I'm gonna start with the. What games did we start off with first?
We got to play. Well, let's just start off with CodeSync and their games.
CodeSync. Okay, so what I've got here, I've got the games, and we just go through them, okay, and we'll kind of talk about it. So, and before we go into that, shout out to all the indie developers out there. We had an amazing time with you guys, okay. We had an opportunity to see the amount of work and understand the amount of work you guys have been putting in, and the results are absolutely phenomenal. So now going to the games, let's see. Indie games. You started yesterday.
Yeah,
You started yesterday. You got lucky because you started yesterday. I didn't get that lucky. So where's Sam? Where's Sam? Sam and Joe. Sam and Joe. More Sam and Joe. Sam and Joe. Sam. Oh, we're gonna get into that. That's gonna be okay. Here we go. Shoe. So, tell us about Shoe. Go over it, the game, and give us a little, for the audience at home who don't know who Shoe is. Give us a little overview on the game.
Yeah, so Shoe, developed by CodeSync Games. It's just like a platformer game. So if you're into like your Mega Man, your Rayman, you're gonna love this game. I particularly liked it a lot. Like you could tell the influences that they've got there from other platformers, and just the art style and stuff is like, it's crazy. I like it, and just the mix up of just going through the world, willy-nilly collecting stuff. There's loads of collectibles to do, and all of a sudden, end of the level, end of the world comes after you. Like I did not expect that. All it just said was run. I was like, sorry, what? And just turned black. Things were getting sucked up. I was like, oh boy, intense.
I'm kind of bummed about Shoe. And I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why. See this little guy over here? Bottom left corner. Yeah? Right there. Bottom left corner. Yeah? That was supposed to be my spot. Now, me and Sam were supposed to play at the same time. And Sam gets on the seat. And I'm like, well, is that guy going to get up? And then the camera starts to roll. And I'm like, yo, geez. So shout out to the player. You held me back, but it's cool because I got to play.
What did you get to play?
What did I get to play? I got to play Esther 2.
Of course,
okay. Amazing game. Okay. For those who don't know, Esther 2 is also developed by the same CodeSync. Okay. And you get to use a VR, which it's mind-blowing, okay? So basically, Esther is a puzzle game, okay? It's based on psychic powers, okay? So the government been doing all these tests, like on people, and they start developing these powers, and now you kind of go into the game, and they're testing out how strong you are, I guess. Okay, I think I only got to go like 3 levels up. So, right, you pop in the VR, and now you start lifting up items, and you're going around. Matter of fact, let me go and find this game, because then it makes more sense me explaining what I was doing at the time. So, Sam playing, more Sam playing. Here we are. Yeah. Okay. And we're starting to go through. I'm just going to forward this a little bit more because obviously this is the introduction, which, by the way, the guy who's talking to you, has got a good sense of humor. So like, so he's telling you to do like a bunch of dumb stuff. But obviously, you're so focused in the game that you're not clocking. It's taking the mick out of you. But yeah, so over over here I'm testing. Okay, going side to side. The guy's still talking to me. Okay, let's fast forward. All right, let's fast forward a little bit.
So what did you get to do? What other stuff did this guy get you to do? And how was it being immersed into VR?
Well, first things first is like you can't see anything but the world. So regardless whether I look around, okay, and there were times I'm like twisting my neck and because I'm trying to see the game. By the way, if you've got a VR and you're playing a game where you have to move around, make sure your chair does a 360 because otherwise by the time you're done the game, your neck is done. Okay, like I kid you not, it was like I was trying to move fast and at times I was actually feeling it on my neck. So yeah, so I had to move obstacles around. You just testing, if I could follow the rules and place things, which was actually pretty cool. Bunch of tests. Let me see forward a little bit more. Right. So over here, I've got shoot. Right. So I've got pick up these items and then shoot them and hit the target. Okay. Which is not as easy as it seems because you kind of have to aim. Okay. And obviously you've got the pad, but the majority of the movement comes from here. And awesome game. You guys should try it at home. I'm definitely going to try and hopefully get a code or two from CodeSync. But yeah, amazing game. You guys have done a fantastic job developing this, and it works just fine. What else do we have? What else have we been doing today?
Well, I tested my metal against some other Street Fighters, and I got my ass handed to me.
Ooh, shall we have a look at that? Let's go and find. So, Sam, this should be actually labeled like, as in like Sam getting warped. Like, that was so fun. Here we go.
That's fun. Don't you remember the time, well, in fact, we're going to come to that too, actually. Some Tekken business what we did.
Oh yeah, we'll cover that. Don't worry. Okay. So we have Joe doing the little commentary. Okay. So Sam's first game. Actually, let's go through your first game first. Okay. So it was a warm up for Sam. Okay. So talk us through this game with this player.
Yeah. So just playing Street Fighter. My favorite character, Bison. He also uses Bison. I was like, okay, then cool. It's going to be a good matchup. It was pretty decent. It's pretty cool. But that match kind of taught me that, the standard PS4 controller stinks. I ain't played, I'll say, a couple of weeks, moves weren't coming out. So I was like, I'll let it pass. It's just, maybe it's just me. So I won the match, no biggie.
Brushed it off. It's nothing. So now we find a nice contester. Okay, and we had the privilege to have Joe commenting the game, so hopefully we'll have this because it's actually pretty funny. But let's go to the start of this.
All right, so Mr. Blitzsticks, we've been here. We're at the Street Fighter. Like fight arena. Mr. Blitzsticks just annihilated one player. We just got that, but now we've kind of picked up the levels. We found a tournament player. And Mr. Blitztech is going to go against him. So we're going to see how this turns out. Mr. Blitztech is one of those guys, I always believe he can beat anyone in Street Fighter, but this is going to be a serious contest. So we found someone, his name's AJ, and he's going to go up against Mr. Blitztech, and we're going to see how this goes, guys. All right, we're just getting the controller configurations completed. Sam is going with Bison, and AJ is going with the classic Hado Ryu. Now let's see how this goes. So we're going fight pad against controller, round one, here we go. AJ comes out first with a Hadouken. He's on the offensive very quickly. He's looking to shut down all of Sam's offense. Sam's hanging back, tries to go forward. AJ counters quickly. Sam tries to come out the corner aggressively, but AJ is holding him there currently right now. Okay, Sam's trying to pull up some moves together. He's getting a couple combos, but AJ's waiting for something. You can see he's patiently waiting to on the attack. Sam comes back with a slider attack. It's tough. These two are figuring each other out, but I think AJ's going to take this round quite dominantly. Sam can still bring it back, but it's close. AJ finishes off the round with a nice sweep. The heat's on for Mr. Blitztech right now. There is a lot of pressure. I know he can hear me. Round 2 starts. AJ comes out very aggressively with a whole bunch of Hadoukens. He's trying to just put that offense together. He's on him. He's attacking Sam's struggling to put any kind of offense together right now, but it's okay. It's just still a feeling out process, I feel. AJ's persistent with the Hadoukens, forcing Sam back. Sam is struggling to get any offense out right now. This is never seen it. I've never seen a contest like this with Sam has had so much problems. But this is good. This is why we're at EGX Birmingham, to fight the best of the best, to see who's the best of the best. It's tough. Sam's still struggling. AJ's waiting for something patiently. I don't know what it is. I think he's going to pull out a special. And then we got a big finish by AJ. I think that was just a bit, I think he was just a bit showing off right there. Just Sam saying there's something wrong with the controller. That's a classic move after you get your ass beat.
Well, you say he's a nice contender. This guy is a pro tournament player.
But I thought you was pro. I mean, me and Joe thought you was pro. I mean, we were rooting for you. What happened there?
These guys have never seen me in a Capcom Pro tournament before. So, when it comes to this guy...
But I've heard about the results, right? You always win, right? You come second, you come third. I mean, you come top.
I don't know who's been saying this guy's dreams. Who's been saying these dreams? Well, against you 3, yeah? That's when I come top 3, yeah?
Oh, damn.
There you go. Exactly. But they set me up against a pro player. Yeah, he chooses Ryu. I'm like, okay, then, you know, Ryu's all right. I know he's a very balanced character. I choose Bison. And like I said, my pad messes up. Couldn't do my scissor kicks. This guy was, like, you know, feeling me out. He's like, okay, that's what Sam does. This does. And I was like, now one of my moves don't work. Great. And then, you know, I just tried to just fight, and yeah, he worked me out pretty quickly. You know, pro tournament guys will do that to you.
Yeah, they'll tease you around, they'll mess you around.
There you go. So yeah, you know, I learned a couple thing or two. One is to never stop playing, because once you do, you fall off pretty quickly. 2, you get a very good pad, because again, you'll fall off pretty quickly. And 3, just go up against the best, because you might just fall off pretty quickly.
Damn, and you fell off like something, like you know, yeah, like something of everything in life. But yeah, but it was still a good experience to go up against. I mean, we did mention, you know, trying to get into one of these tournaments because we actually believed in you.
Thanks.
But it was actually fun to. Oh my days! Look at that. That's too much. But anyway, moving on from there. What other games did we touch down?
We played some Xenoverse 2, actually, which is coming out next month, October. That was pretty cool. They limited the characters a bit. Same with the stages as well. So it didn't really showcase too much. You know, if you played number 1 and then you came and played this, it's like, okay. That was a bit of a letdown, to be honest, so didn't enjoy that too much. We got to play Tekken 7. That's awesome.
I was actually quite surprised, you know, and we were just roaming around. I was like, oh, look, let's get it on. And we did. And I must say, it was, although Sam... No, that's not it. Sam got the W, but it was close. It wasn't just... I didn't get handed like some people got handed. Yeah, it was pretty close and quite entertaining. I'm trying to find the video. Where is it? This one?
Right, this one right here.
Ah, there you go. So, obviously, we couldn't record the video, but
They were quite,
Yeah,
funny about.
they were quite funny, which is kind of understandable. I spoke to the young man,
I didn't
and he
understand.
said, the reason why, you're not allowed to record just the screen is because someone might have a crap camera and then
Right.
throw in, a horrible footage on YouTube, and then people might not buy it because he says, look, that looks crap. In day and age, I mean,
Do you buy that?
I personally didn't, because unless you've got a phone from '03 or a camera from '03, everything's pretty much HD these
I
days.
say,
But
people still watch pirated movies on the internet that just come straight out. the
and
cinema.
that's HD as you can get.
There you go.
But nevertheless, it's understandable. They are protecting the product. Okay? And that's what it is, fellas. But what we did get is our impressions of us playing. Okay? And you can see I'm very excited,
Hella fun, man. Hella fun.
hella fun. I mean, there were times where, we're going to get, like, it was very close, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
And obviously not being able to, well, I'm not a player, I'm not a Tekken player, so I don't know the moves. And just trying to figure it out while we're still playing, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was like if you're in doubt, just mash every button on the flipping pad, right?
And it wasn't just any pad.
Yeah, exactly. We played with like actual Hori fighter joysticks, so we was like pretty impressed with the actual feel and stuff of it. It felt nice, way better than the joypad. That's what's
I must say, for me, that's the highlight of that game. Simply because I grew up playing like the arcade machines. So it would be like, I think back then it was only 2 buttons. Literally 2 buttons, and it was tap, tap, and you'd kind of like move with the joystick bit. And you can see me, like, my arm's like moving, like Sammy's just like, it's almost like, if you just look in here, you could easily say, okay, Sam's using the gamepad. And I'm on the code, like, because you can see me, I'm all over the place. And that's how I learned to play the game. Like, my first ever console games was that.
okay.
We got some spectators behind us, looking at us. But yeah, hella fun.
Loads of fun. Loads of fun. I ain't played Tekken since number 6, and that's a couple of years back now. And
Since number 3.
just got jump on it right now. It's like nice characters to play as, returning cast and stuff. It's nothing to complain about. Apart from the loading times, what was that about? I could have made 3 teas, had lunch, breakfast, and come back.
Yeah, and it would still be loading. I mean, I think they got to work on that.
They
That's
have.
pretty ridiculous.
Also,
I
it's a
mean,
demo, so
yeah, I mean, it's not
Right.
like we was restarting the game.
there you
It
go.
was a rematch.
Yeah, exactly.
So the game's already loaded. So
Mad.
why is it taking so long
That was pretty
for it
nice.
to start? But other than that, they've also changed the view of the game, haven't they?
Yeah, they made it more cinematic, which I love.
Yeah.
Like when it's like almost she's gonna hit or last for when it's like a last hit. That's mad. Like the final blow as well.
I
That's
gotta
all
say,
crazy.
that's a bit of a Street Fighter, no?
No, it's like Street Fighter doesn't do that. With Street Fighter, when did someone's gonna get the last hit? It's like KO. Or
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
then you've got that, when you're making the, like,
Oh,
a
the
lot of times
special.
when, like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
A
the
lot of
raid
times when you'd
specials.
finish me with a special,
yeah, that's
you had that feel.
yeah.
And I'm kind of wondering, they're kind of working together, because obviously we've got Akuma
Of
there
course,
now.
Of course, yeah.
So we get that feel, a bit that Street Fighter feel. No offense to you Tekken fans.
Well, they've been done the Street Fighter X Tekken crossover, so it's been done. So I'm guessing, like you said, they're probably in partnership now. It's like, give and take some of this, we'll give some of that. And hopefully in the future we might get Tekken X Street Fighter.
Ooh, that'd be
I'd love
interesting.
that, because obviously Akuma's in there now.
Yeah.
All we have to do is just put in a bit of Ryu, Ken, Kami, Chun-Li.
The rest of the Hado
There you
in there,
go.
and the game's complete.
That would be great.
Overall, what would you rate this game?
Like I
Or
said-
is it a buy, a sell? Don't bother with it. Don't waste your money. What is it?
Nah, come on, it's Tekken, and they've come correct. They've waited the years. They've done what they had to do. I'd buy it.
I don't know if I would buy it. Like, I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. But I think playing this game just makes me think, right, I'm gonna get that pad and then probably get Street Fighter. Not to throw them under the bus, but I can't relate to the characters. Like, I read Street Fighter, the comics. So when I say it's like, it doesn't mean, I mean, I enjoyed the most playing Rakuma.
Okay.
And I could relate to it. I don't know, maybe it's the Haddo in me.
Maybe you just stuck with Street Fighter, isn't it? I'm on beat 'em ups, isn't it?
Maybe that's why you're the champion. Anyway, moving on. What else do we have?
We saw a bit of a 4K stuff from the PlayStation Pro. We saw Horizon Zero Dawn. That looked super amazing. Already got a video on that, but thought I'd just bring it back up again. Didn't get to play it, even though there was a booth.
Yeah.
Super long lines. That's understandable. Great game. We got to play Tomb Raider. Co-op. Wasn't expecting that.
Big. And I'm so pumped for Tomb Raider. Like I said before, Tomb Raider is my top 5. Like, throughout the whole years I've played consoles, Tomb Raider is up there. And the fact that I haven't touched Tomb Raider, I think since for a while now. And to be playing this, I'm going to pick this up. As a matter of fact, I just got one, there was a
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yep.
The self on PlayStation recently.
Right. So I got that, and now that was pretty big. Gameplay, I mean, we don't have any footage of it.
No, unfortunately not.
But the feel for it, I mean, the kind of things you have to do. So, for example, you have to now get the fire started, otherwise you're going to freeze to death.
Yeah, basically, it's the survival, wouldn't it? If you guys would play Don't Starve, it's exactly that, but Tomb Raider style. I don't know who thought that idea, but I was like, as soon as I sat down, I was like, oh, it's co-op? Okay, this is going to be another Uncharted mission,
right,
kind of thing. And then she was like, oh, we're stuck here. I was like, what? So you have a bar for hunger, a bar for how your body heat.
Yep.
So now you got to keep like hot and stuff. And at the same time, she goes, now you've got to find these treasures too. And then there's other dangers, like the wolves are there, like
wolves, wild pigs, and there's another
like team.
Another team there as well.
Exactly.
Exactly. So you gotta watch out for them. So you have all these obstacles, and it's real as it gets.
That's what I mean.
Let's not mention the booby traps.
Oh my.
Because we got caught in them a few times. Okay.
It's crazy.
But by the third time, we were dodging them and going around and finding the treasures. It's a buy for me.
I played Rise of the Tomb Raider. From that, I loved it. And walking into this game with the co-op game, I'm like, I'm getting this eventually.
Cool. Tomb Raider it is. So what else do we have?
Another indie game, the Adventure Pals. I love co-op games, and this super reminded me of Castle Crashers.
Yeah.
Well, obviously that's 4-player, but this was only 2-player, and the gameplay on that is just jokes. It's just hilarious.
I couldn't believe it.
That's what I mean.
couldn't believe it. I mean, we actually have a really good footage of it, and I just could not believe what I was hearing, reading. Talk us through it. So
basically, you're just a kid going out with his dad into the wilderness, and he's like, "Oh, son, it's your birthday. Let me come show you some stuff. Oh, look, I was, get you used to how it is in the wild. I'll give you a sword, and for your birthday, I give you like a giraffe."
A giraffe.
Thank you. So random.
Like you're using a giraffe as a horse.
Exactly.
How random is that?
It's funny, and then suddenly your dad gets captured, and then the story begins. So now you're in the wilderness with your giraffe and another pal. If you play co-op, they have a giraffe, and you're just collecting stuff, going along in your adventure. It's the art style, everything is just funny. I'm picking this game up. I would pick this game up.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, we really just played this. But as childish as it looks, it's still got a bit of evil twist to it. Because you got like a wooden sword, right? Usually wooden sword, it's a play fight. But here you're killing animals with it. Like you're really doing the thing with it. Like, it's just like, it's a bit intense. Like at times I was like, yo, let me get him.
It's hilarious though.
Yeah, it
The
is.
gameplay
It is.
It's fun. I love it.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
So I think this is the bit where he gets kidnapped, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. You got an inventory. That's what I mean. Like, we only got partial part of the game, but you could kind of tell
You got
there's
grenades.
a good. Yeah, that's what I mean.
throw.
Bombs. You got
Like,
a whole inventory is gonna grow. You got an upgrade system. You're gonna. I'm guessing you're gonna get abilities. Maybe your giraffe. who
maybe your
knows?
giraffe will have like a minigun or something.
That's what I mean. And I just want to see other level designs because obviously everyone starts in some friendly woods.
Right.
Everyone knows does that. So I'm guessing they might have some ice level or city level. But I was super impressed by this game. Like I said, I find it jokes. It's funny. It's fun.
Yeah, and I must say, of all the indie games, a lot of the indie games we played is a similar style. Have a similar style, like platform, the gameplay. And I can't help, but this is very Mario, isn't it? So it just shows how that game still influences.
Of course, yeah.
You know, made God knows how long, I can't even remember. And it's 2016 and we still have the same style.
There you go. It's Mario for you.
So,
In fact, how many developers in the space of 2 days said a Mario game is the greatest game of all time? I think three, maybe? I think it was about three.
but I did hear also people just like mention that.
There you go. If it wasn't their greatest, it would be in their like top 5 or something.
Right. So, shout out to Mario. Still doing it big. And speaking of not doing so big, do you want to say it? Should I say it?
Go
Do
ahead.
you want to be the bad cop, good cop?
You be the bad cop. I don't know what the hell you want to do.
Sonic. Do you want to tell the spectators at home where we found Sonic in EGX?
It's kind of hard to describe because it was so hard to find, but it wasn't with the big games or the Sony, like, you know, it's like PlayStation had a massive set kind of thing.
Massive.
And then you had the other games where they had their sets and stuff. And then, so we was just wandering towards the exit, and Sonic was in some deep, dark, shadowy part of the building when you're leaving the showroom. No love, you know. No love.
Sonic in the back alley. No lights. And they actually had a statue,
Exactly.
right? So it's not like the statue was placed in, like a road, a street, where you could be like, oh, look, that's Sonic area. No. Sonic was behind everything. And we was like, wow, is that where Sonic is these days? And it's kind of sad.
It's kind of sad. But what can you do? Obviously, they don't believe in Sonic no more. They kind of tried with everything. And then also with Sonic Mania, they kind of gone back to their roots. But, boy, it is sad. But what can you do?
I just hope someone at Sega will do something about this, because it's pretty sad to find Sonic, the fastest hedgehog on Earth, on this planet, in a back alley with no lights. It's a sad time for Sonic. But moving on, what else do we have? What else did we play? What else did we...
Winlands. I played that.
Winlands. Let's go to Winlands.
Oh, that gave me motion sickness. Well, yeah, so, yeah, this is with PlayStation VR, my first time experiencing it. And this thing gets you swinging around some amazing places, but at the same time, like, there's not a lot of places you want to drop to. So basically, like, you're this guy, you're like some ancient person trying to rekindle the world or something again, and so you're given this grappling hook. So you just look out into the backdrop, you see where you can go and stuff, and it is amazing. I like it, but at the same time, it's like you're just obviously all you can see is this like. What I just started thinking, this is where I can drop, and it just feels so real. You know, obviously you're just sucked into this world, and then I'm at the edge of like a cliff, and I'll be like, do I want to make that jump? I got a grappling hook, but I was like, if I fall, that's what I can think of. So I was like, Please take a leap of faith.
So at some point you're battling yourself whether you're gonna take this jump because you actually think like if I fall like I'm done, that's it for me.
Yeah. And then I think, oh, now I'm in a game. And then I fall down. I'm like, oh crap, hold on to me, man. But no, it's a cool game though. But yeah, like with all the swinging and stuff, you had to get used to it. But yeah,
It does have that little Spider-Man.
I was about to say,
like,
from this they can make a Spider-Man VR, you know. From
Ooh,
this,
that'd be so sick.
From
Because
this they
it's
can
pretty
make
much
it.
from this, you're just swinging from side to side, you know, obviously with the jumps.
they can make a pretty cool one. I don't know, it's like obstacle base or something where like you're swinging through New York, just dodging.
Yo, people are gonna be
something.
walking through walls in their house. Stuff's gonna get
You
broken,
know what I mean?
and someone's gonna get sued. Someone's gonna end up jumping out the window because you thought you were Spider-Man.
Just
I
stick
don't
to
think
that
that's a
VR.
good idea, Sam.
Just stick to that VR. No, it's cool. The grappling hooks was a very cool mechanic. Like, I don't think we've kind of seen that in the VR, like VR at
Right.
the moment. It's like you said, it's either something you're controlling, so like it's moving, not you,
Right.
or it's just like
But you
battles
still,
that
but you still move. We still move. I mean, we've got one young kid playing it, and the amount of times he fell off.
Thank you, because the velocity you're going at with this grappling
Right.
hook, madness.
And there's times he's trying to find the table and he's
Exactly.
stumbling forward
Stumbling.
and doing all sorts. And we're just sitting there like, yo, you're all right, mate. But so imagine now you play intense games, fast speed,
like Call of Duty. in
Call
VR.
of Duty.
It's gonna
Like
mess you
there's
up.
going to be, I reckon there's going to be a lot of injuries. Because that's how great VR is. Like that's how real it really is. So, and you know how we get competitive. So, yo, stuff's gonna get broken.
Stuff will get broken, but people just need to know the difference. Like this VR, like the guy at Windlands was saying, this is great for driving games. I'm surprised this hasn't been pushed for stuff like Forza or Gran Turismo, because you want to feel like you're in a car. So if someone's got the wheel,
Right.
the actual thing, and they're just
And you just
all
got
they see is the
VR.
track.
That's crazy.
You see, like you look at your right mirror, it's like I want to crash that guy.
All right, cool. So moving on. Where else do we get to play? Where else do we get to play? Where else do we get to enjoy it? Here. So obviously we did lots of interviews with developers, which is amazing. What other highlights can we talk about?
We've got this whole Mafia exclusive footage. Obviously, me and Joe talked about that too. I can't wait for that game to come out. Looks
That
super
is
deep.
a buy.
Super deep.
Like, pardon me. One of the things, right? So, you know, you usually have like good things to talk about, bad things to talk about. Do you know what's a bad thing about coming to EGX?
What's that?
The amount of money I'm going to spend on games.
You should be prepared for that.
Like,
This
my
is what they prepare you
budget
for.
just went out the window, and I haven't even spent a dime yet.
You know, back in the day when you got like a PlayStation or a PS2 and they just send you that demo disc.
Right.
You just got your PlayStation.
And I used to have so many demos. This
There
is
you go.
unbelievable.
This is what you do when you come to EGX. You come in, you see the gaming list. You're like, yeah, I'll just play that. No, you come in here, you're gonna play a majority of those, and you're gonna come out and thinking that backlog is gonna get a bit bigger now.
And I've already got a backlog.
There you
Catch
go.
up. That is,
It's a big setup in a good way.
It's a big setup. The biggest setup. Now, let's talk about Kingdom Hearts.
How did I forget about that? You could talk about that because I would explode if I went deep into that game. What's
Ladies
your
and gentlemen,
experience, Raven?
My experience, I can't help, like, but to think this is the same game, right? But just better, visually better. We're still pulling the same type of moves. We're still fighting the shadows, and you know they had these bats around as well, and the story's still there. Like it's just there's no change to it, and it's still great. Like you didn't. It's like you didn't have to do anything, but they did something to it. But it's still the same. But we still love it, and it's just still amazing. Like the game feel like we only got to play 50 minutes of it, and I'm speechless because it's like, dude, what game can we think of that has done that?
Well, I would say The Last of Us, and I'll tell you why I compared those two. The reason why you're saying this is because Kingdom Hearts knows how to suck you in with the story, and then once you like seen the story, then they let you play, and then they suck you in again. So once you're done with playing, they do the story, and then they suck you into the story, but then they let you play. Then once you finish, you see what I mean?
Yeah,
they do that.
It's just
and you're stuck.
You literally get caught up in Kingdom Hearts. You are in Kingdom Hearts, and you just like, so the challenge is for this new game. There's an issue with time, right? And it's stopping everything, and so things needs to get fixed, right? And it's like you're stuck in time.
Exactly. So you see what you're doing? They told you the story, and you're stuck in time. So now Aqua goes and says, I've got to fix this. So now what did they make you go and do? They make you go fix it. They immerse you like that. Before you know, you're doing, like I said, the gameplay still amazing. So you're sucked into playing the game, and you're still being put into the story ASAP.
And you know what?
No escape.
We didn't get any other character, and we still find it amazing.
There you go.
No Mickey, no Sora, no Goofy, not any other characters from other movies or games, and it still felt great. That is my #1 buy.
Yeah, day one. Been day one.
And I've never bought games day one. I don't do that. But there's a rule to exception. And that exception is Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
It's great, man. I loved it.
#shutdown. So, what else do we have? What else did we get to experience at EGX? So, going through here, our videos. Let's talk about a special guest we had today.
Yeah, we had a little youngster, starting up his own thing, which is great. Obviously, you see everyone else doing it. And you just, sometimes when you're young, obviously, you got to think sometimes, or some young people actually do, why can't I do that myself? Or I can do that myself. And then the best time to do it is when you're young. And obviously, even better is when your like parents are supporting you doing that.
Yeah, I saw this kid. His name's Devlin, right? And he's from up north. And his mum approached us and was just talking. It's like, yeah, he's got his YouTube channel, and he's a gamer. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. And I was like, so I was like, how'd you even end up here? And he was like, he saw this this
Con in America.
Con in America or something. And it's like, Mom, we got to go there. So as he went to, I think, karate class or something, she was Googling it. And then she found ETX. And they were here today. And he had an amazing time. And we actually got to interview him.
Exactly. I thought it was just good to see the mind of a young guy, coming in. Because I didn't get this experience when I was his age.
We didn't have no YouTube, no internet.
No access to gaming cons, that's for sure. Like I said, we had that demo disc when we got the console.
So the demo disc was our con.
There you go. Right our house kind of thing. But this guy got to experience EGX at that age. He ain't never going back.
Like, I'm afraid for his mom because she's also plugged in too. Like, the whole family just got plugged in. And a very exciting young man. He's got a YouTube channel. I'll make sure we'll put it down there for you guys to find him. Support him. Great little fella, great energy.
Exactly.
And
that's what matters most.
Yep. And I'm very, very happy to bump into him. Because I could just stand back and you see the excitement. And this is what games does. This is what this is about. And when we come to places like EGX, this is the sort of experience we go through. And
Exactly.
it's amazing. So shout out to EGX. Because of you guys, we got to meet this fantastic fella. So, what else? What else, Sam? What else do we have to brag about?
Not really quite sure.
You got to play with Joe yesterday. As a matter of fact, you guys got to play quite a bit. Quite a bit. So over here we have Joe and Sam playing. Who won this, first of all?
Do you really need to ask?
I don't remember. I was too busy doing, my cyber nerd thing. But but I guess we can let the viewers see.
Well, yes, it's obviously the odd or the usual rival match: Ken versus Ryu. He chose Ken, I chose Ryu, and you don't really need to ask who won. Not Joe.
It's actually fun because we have this rivalry thing, and look at Joe's face. Clearly not impressed taking that L. But yeah, it's always fun when we sit down and we go against each other. The atmosphere. This was the PlayStation section. I love the lightning. I love the setups. I mean, they had so many screens. I don't think I've seen these many screens ever.
That's what I mean. This is the gaming setup in general. It's just mad. The whole buzz of the place was just crazy, and obviously you get to see tournaments there and then as they're going on. You had the Capcom Pro tournament going on, all the guys and the commentators doing their thing. You had the Tekken tournament just down the hall, also doing their thing. Also random people playing and stuff.
I must say, there was a massive presence of PlayStation.
They bought out like 25% of the section with gosh knows how many games. And what did Xbox have? Was it just Forza? Yeah.
Like they had a little section Forza, like a little.
You know what's funny about that as well?
What?
It said powered by Twitch. It didn't even say Xbox.
Oh yeah, he said powered by Twitch.
Or something like that. So it said Twitch. Well, obviously Forza is a Xbox exclusive.
Right.
Not Xbox.
I don't.
Not Nintendo either.
Yeah, like it wasn't. It was mainly like PlayStation. It was almost like this was a PlayStation event.
True. Mad.
Like the best. Like you had the whole blue section.
In fact, saying that, every console or anything you played on was either PlayStation or PC.
Yep.
Apart from Forza. But it's just bad.
We had the Final Fantasy area.
Yeah.
Right. And
Was that Xbox?
they did have like a small section. So everything you see
Yes.
PlayStation,
Yes.
Xbox.
See, and you had to look out for that. It was green, wasn't it? See,
Yeah.
I totally forgot.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was. Subliminals right there. Xbox, PlayStation just bought out the place, so you just forget. But in fact, even when you walk in, what's one of the banners hanging down? What was that?
Wasn't it Ryu on the banner, like doing a spin kick? Was it Ryu Ken?
See, exactly.
Yeah.
PlayStation everywhere. Even
Everywhere.
when you walk in, they show the
take
Pro,
over.
blue.
Like the colors, everything.
Skin.
The neon blue, as you can see in the videos.
Subliminals.
PS on everything. On everything. Shame we didn't get to try out Call of Duty and what other games were there?
Horizon.
Horizon as well,
Was actually
yep.
playable. Unfortunately, we didn't get to play that. Battlefield 1 was there.
Actually, Joe got to play.
He did get to play. He got to play the VR version of Call of Duty. He got to play the remastered version of Call of Duty 4. Well, there was loads of games. There was a massive line for Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
Super big.
I'm so bummed because I was looking forward to the racing games and I didn't get to touch that on racing games. I mean, I wanted to jump on Forza, but then Twitch had a live
streaming
session, so we couldn't jump on that.
Thanks, Twitch.
Thanks. Even though they had someone playing Sonic.
See, are we jumping on the negatives right now? Because
Like-
that was horrible.
Like, these are my negatives because I didn't get to do something that I wanted to do.
How would you put someone on the big screen playing Sonic 2, by the way, who talked about Sonic 1 was one of the best games of the Sonic series, and can't play Sonic 2?
Like,
Nah, sorry. That
she really did not represent
the gaming community at
the
all.
gaming community or the female gaming community for that matter.
Yeah, for that
Because
matter.
I know girls and women who are bad to the bone gamers,
There you go. And they put that lady
and they put that lady, that individual, like,
on a live session
On
in
the-
front of all these youngsters playing an old school game that you couldn't play. No
first things
way.
first, this is a gaming event. That says it all. That means if you don't come correct representing whoever you come to represent, sorry. Like, even when I was playing you, Tekken, I felt, you know, because there were people behind us watching. I was like, oh, damn, like, you know,
Exactly.
like, you won one round. I was like, oh, no, I can't lose this round again, you know. At one point, it was like 2-0, and I was like, no, then I came
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
Because you feel that pressure, because that's what gaming's about. Like, the gaming
Competition.
community is
That's what they were doing
competition.
as well. It was a versus mode as well.
Right. And she was stuck doing the same thing, and all she had to do is run.
That's why I didn't get it. Like, when we was playing games we never played before, all we do is learn.
Right.
We was learning, but she
Like-
literally was making the same mistake.
Yeah,
For
natural.
how long? 2, 3, 5? I don't know.
I think
It's
at one
disgusting.
point they swapped pads
Oh god.
because it was just so bad. Like,
It was so painful to watch. I didn't even see that. So painful.
It's so bad. Like, I just don't understand.
Look, gaming is for everybody. I understand that. That's fine. But
Yeah,
it's like, don't come on some live streaming session and go on like you could, games.
To me, it's okay. So, say for example, we come here, we're playing a game, and I don't think the young lady had played the game before.
To claim that you did.
But say if I come in, right, it's a live stream, okay, I'm a big company or whoever I'm with, and I don't know the game, that's fine. But as a gamer, I pick it up.
You'd thought so.
Like, you know what the buttons do.
Exactly.
It's not like there's a particular specific games where things are different. No, jump is jump, forward is forward, like, and I just found it a bit ridiculous the way she got stuck.
Mad.
Because all you had to do is run. Why are you
Yeah.
pressing jump? When
I don't
it
know.
doesn't make sense.
Enough of her anyway. That just made me sick.
But it was a bit of entertainment for us.
Not for me.
I couldn't help it. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
I've
I
seen
could
bad
not help
gamers
it.
in
I
certain
could not help
situations. But
it.
like you said, they learn. But her, she was literally repeat. Like, it's like banging your head against the wall. It's like, this has got to open sometime soon. And you just keep doing it. It's like, no, it's not. But enough about that.
But yeah, enough about that. All about the positives. It's all about EGX, and EGX been amazing.
It's been amazing. Loved it.
What else do we have? Have we covered it all? We played so many. Well, I can't say we. Clearly, I didn't play as many you guys.
You caught up today.
I didn't catch up today.
You caught up today.
I didn't catch up because we were supposed to play Windfall, and it was supposed to be 50-50, and you just...
Someone didn't say something.
Oh,
look,
so I'm supposed to say something.
when I'm immersed in the VR world, am I really going to unplug myself here and be like, I'm in the wrong?
Shit. Sometimes you got to do your Neo thing, man. Unplug from the Matrix or something.
I was so somewhere else. I forgot to unplug until I was tapped to be like, yeah,
Make-
you can get off now, mate.
Makes me sick.
You can get off
Makes
now,
me
mate.
sick. So, wrapping it up. Anything else you want to add to this weekend?
There's nothing else to add. I'll just say, if you game, no matter what part of the country you are, in the UK, you got to do this one time. Even if there's one game that's coming out in the next couple of years and it's playable at EGX, come play. Because it's kind of weird that everyone hated Call of Duty, but it's like one of the longest lines. That was it. It's almost like no one, like, they're gonna buy it. They're gonna buy Call of Duty. Like, even if they came into play, it's like, yeah, I hate Call of Duty, man. Call of Duty, man.
Call of Duty had the longest line.
Longest lines. That game was playing. I'm surprised none of the PS4s over here and just stopped working. But that's PS4 for you, isn't it? PS4. But yeah, like, you know, so obviously everyone came down. They saw Call of Duty being here. They came down. They saw freaking Kingdom Hearts being there. They came down. Freaking Final Fantasy. All the games. Like, I didn't see one single place like super empty. Even Sonic, and people found it eventually and came to play that.
Accidentally.
That's what I mean. Just crap. There's Sonic. Let's go play it, yo. Because I wanted to play it and I was looking for it. I couldn't find it nowhere. But yeah, EGX is an amazing experience, man. Like, even if it's just the one time, the one day, just come down and do it. Do your thing.
Absolutely. I think it's just one of those things where if you enjoy playing games, you must go. You must experience, play as many games, you know, meet as many developers or other gamers out there. We met some pretty cool people. We had a laugh. And yeah, and it's just the whole gaming community.
Exactly.
You don't get to experience that every day physically, because obviously everything is online these days.
Exactly.
And you know, you kind of just sit at home or wherever you are and you kind of interact. So just being here kind of felt like, you know, a bit old school as well. You know, because before, like back in the day when we played games, you know, if you were stuck, you'd leave your computer on, go to school, come back to resume, unless your mum turned it off because she thought you forgot it. But if you were stuck in level, you'd have to go and talk to your friends about it. And they would come over or probably help you. Or if you was like me, you would just take your friends' guides, because that's how we roll. But just being here physically and interacting with everyone made the experience a lot better. Obviously, we already enjoy gaming. So being here and doing that with everybody else from all over the country. We also had people from other part of Europe coming through as well. Great experience. My highlight to me, Kingdom Hearts. And one thing I did not expect was the indie games.
Yeah.
So well developed, good stories, good thought behind it, hard work behind it. So I've become a fan of indie games. Like, it's not, I don't really have games on my tablet or phone, but I might have to pick up one or two. But yeah, it's been an amazing time over here. It's a shame we was only here for 2 days, but nevertheless, I believe we made the most out of it. So, with that said, where can they find you, Sam?
Well, they can find me, Mr. Blitztech, at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you know, usual places.
The usual places. And you can find me in the only place, as you know, tweet in at CMC_GS. And you can find us, the CYBERNERDS, all over social media platforms, okay? You can Google us, Google Earth us, everything on everything on everything. We've had a fantastic time. Guys, we've posted out so many videos, so many interviews. If you missed the opportunity to be over here, go and check out all the interviews with the game developers, all the gameplays, okay? So you know what's coming out and you don't miss out on everything. From now, and from us,
we'll see you on the next level.
This is the best day of my life.
Wow, the best day of his life. And Devin, what brings you to EGX?
I'm just a big fan of gaming and I like fantasy and everything.
So, what would be your best fantasy game then? What are you playing at the moment?